fishermen like me, maybe even more than you like me, okay? It could be. But it was a great thing. But I just want to say hello to the hardworking men and women of Puritan Medical Products, great company. The incredible workers of this company have carried on the noble tradition of American manufacturing excellence for more than 100 years. Now our nation has turned to you as we massively increase our unrivaled testing capacity. We're at, as an example, 20 million tests. Germany's at 4 million. South Korea, which you heard so much about, they're doing a good job. They're at about 3 million. We're well over 20 million. Very shortly, we'll be well over 20 million tests. Remember this, when you have more tests, you have more cases. I say to my people, every time we test, you find cases because we do more testing. So if we have more cases, if we wanted to do testing in China or in India or other places, I promise you there'd be more cases. But we're doing a great job with the testing, and you're doing a fantastic job in getting out the swabs. On behalf of the entire nation, I want to thank you. You're building a big addition right alongside, you know that, so you're going to have a lot more jobs coming here in a very short period of time. Puritan is one of the only manufacturers in the world producing the high-quality medical swabs that are crucial for the rapid testing. And every swab you make at Puritan is proudly stamped with the beautiful phrase, "Made in the USA." Do you like that phrase? Beautiful phrase. Thanks to the testing capacity that you're making possible, our country is reopening and our economy is recovering like nobody would have thought possible. I guess you all saw the news today, right? It was unbelievable. Earlier today it was announced that the U.S. economy added 2.5 million jobs. In May, it was supposed to lose 9 million, during this period, transition period. I call it transition to greatness, but it's coming a little earlier than I thought, and that's okay. I don't like to be wrong on the other side, but earlier is okay. But it was supposed to be 9 million. If you watch, I don't know if anybody watches the business shows, but I'm watching this morning, and they thought it was a typographical error because it was supposed to be 9. And before the show, or during the show, they're predicting, comes out the job numbers, very famous job numbers. And it comes out at 8:30 in the morning, and I'm looking forward to seeing what's going on and turn it on, and they're predicting, no, I think it's going to be more than 9 million jobs lost during the period prior to going back up. And another one said, no, 8.5, no 11, no 10, all geniuses. And now it's 8:30, you hear a bell go off, and the woman gets it in this case, and she's going, well, it's only 3 million jobs lost. And then a couple of seconds later, she goes, wait a minute, this isn't jobs lost, this is jobs gained. And it's almost 3 million jobs gained. And she thought she had a typographical error, and what happened was incredible. And the market went through it, finished very, very high, almost, I guess, around 900 points up. And our stock market is booming, and our jobs are booming. And, you just have to look at a place like this. You just have to get off the plane and ride here, and you see the spirit of Maine and other places. It's amazing. It's amazing. So we absolutely shattered expectations, and this is the largest monthly jobs increase in American history. Think of that. That's a long time, right? By far. I think it's more than double or about double of what our highest was before. So this is the largest monthly job increase in American history. How about that? And we're going to have a phenomenal next year. We're going to have a tremendous couple of months prior to the election on November 3rd. Very, very important date. It's going to be a very important election because the only thing that can screw it up is if you get the wrong president and they raise your taxes and they open up your borders so that everybody pours into our country. COVID or non-COVID, you used to never hear of COVID, but now we have COVID to add to the list of other things. So we have a wall that's over 210 miles long already going up. We'll have 400 miles. 400 miles by the end of the year, maybe more than that, and we'll be finishing it off very early next year with 500 miles of wall in the most treacherous places, and it's been an amazing thing. We're setting records on our border right now for holding people out. We don't want people coming in. We want people coming in through a legal process and through merit, and that's what we're doing, where they can help our country. but economists forecast that the unemployment rate, as I said, would be about 19%, and they were hoping for 20%, the opponents of ours. They'd rather have things be bad so they could try and win an election. So they were hoping it would be 20%. Instead, it's 13%. That was good. That we made up a lot of time, a lot of distance. It's really great. Even I was surprised by this one. This was better than I thought. I thought it would be okay, but I didn't know this. It means we're much ahead of schedule. Don't forget, that doesn't include New York, New Jersey, and many other states. And by the way, your state, when are you going to open the state up? No, seriously. You're going to miss your whole, you do 40 million people in tourism, and you have a governor that won't let you open up. What's she doing? What's she doing? I don't know that much. I just know you're great people. You know what I know about Maine? I know you're great people. But you have, this is like, they say December for Tiffany's. That's their big month, right? This is your time. This is your big month. This is your Christmas in terms of tourism, your dollars. How can you be closed? I mean, and I see it all the time. Everybody wants to have Maine open, so I figured I might as well say it while I'm up here. You ought to get the state open, Governor. Open your state. But you have a lot of angry people in Maine about that. I mean, they say, what are you doing? And that's a strange one. Some I understand a little bit more. But this one is not one that should be closed. You're missing a lot of money and a lot of everything and a lot of people and a lot of spirit. Get it open. We added 1.2 million leisure and hospitality jobs, 464,000 construction jobs, 424,000 education and healthcare jobs, 368,000 retail jobs. And listen to this one. Remember, the previous administration said, there'll not be any more manufacturing jobs in our country. I say, excuse me? 225,000 manufacturing jobs, and that's during a pandemic. And we had the greatest economy in the history of our country. We had an economy the likes of which we've never had. We had almost 160 million, which was the highest number we've ever had by far. African American, Hispanic American, Asian American, the greatest employment and unemployment numbers we've ever had, greatest stock market numbers, and we're very close to those numbers, which is pretty amazing. That means that these geniuses on Wall Street, and also a lot of people with 401ks, you have 401ks? Oh, you can only vote for Trump because otherwise those 401ks are going to be worthless. That's a big incentive. That's a big incentive. That's a big... well, it is. Look, it's bad things. The only way you're going to end it is stupid policy, because I built it once, now I'm building it again. We had to close it down. We did the right thing. We closed it down. We saved millions of lives. But now we opened it up, and it's opening up to a bang. We're going to have better. This next year will be better, I think, than any year we've ever had. That's how I feel about it. And I've been saying it for a long time, the year coming up. America's economic comeback has begun. The next year is set to be a year, and you got to remember I said it, but it's going to be an amazing year. For you, it's going to be great. Your new side is going to be open. It's a big area that you're building, and your expansion at Puritan. But I'm grateful to your leadership team, including Timothy Templet, Scott Wellman, and David Perkins. Great people, fantastic people. For welcoming us. We have, these are tremendous people. These are great, really loving people. They're doing something very important. When you think about what they're doing, the product is superior, it's terrific, and it's made in the USA, and that's, I shouldn't tell you this, but I use it every other day. I go like this. I say, is that a Puritan, please? No, it's a great product. But we're also joined by Secretary of Health and Human Services, Alex Azar, who's doing a great job. Thank you, Alex.